Hello, my name is Beth Domkowski, and I'm coming to you from the Office of Admissions at Rowan University in Glassboro, New Jersey. Welcome to another episode of Rowan Confidential. I am joined today by Natalie Foxhill. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
We're very excited to have you. Natalie oversees daily operations and coordinates all events at the Gene and Rick Edelman Fossil Park of Rowan University. Along with her team, Natalie is also designing a state-of-the-art museum to be built on site. The museum groundbreaking will take place this time next year. So Natalie, how did you get here? How did you get into this?
It's pretty fascinating how it all transpired.
Okay.
So my father, who's from the Midwest, has always been passionate about geology and paleontology. So I spent my whole childhood with my hands in the dirt, digging up fossils and studying minerals and collecting rocks and all of that fun stuff. So when my son was homeschooled for 1 year as we were transitioning schools to find one that was suitable for him, being on the autistic spectrum, I made him volunteer at several places, including the Fossil Park. And this is before Rowan University bought the property.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I used to go with him as an aide while he explored his passion for paleontology. And then I ended up falling in love with the place. And I was already familiar about the flora and fauna of the Fossil Park because it's the same boundary, the same stratigraphy in North Dakota, where my family's from, as it is in southern New Jersey.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's so
yeah,
interesting.
oddly enough. So several months into it, I started teaching the kids about, how a fossil forms and fossil discovery, already having this knowledge. And then I was offered a part-time position. Mm-hmm. And then that eventually developed into a full-time position as an events coordinator for Edelman Fossil Park.
That's great.
Yeah, so that's how it all started.
How long have you been there?
I've been there since 2015, so
Okay.
I started as a part-time employee in 2016.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So what's your background?
So my background is, unfortunately, I didn't go to Rowan.
Okay.
So I
We'll
went
forgive
to the Art Institute of Philadelphia. My degree is actually in computer science.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's great because having that background, I'm able to really focus on the promotional marketing of the park, to partake in organic marketing and really get our name out there and tell the world about what we're doing and what we're creating. So even though my degree, my scientific background is, computers and not paleontology, it all ties in together.
Now, do you do work with current Rowan students at the park?
We do. We're very involved in Rowan students from not just the School of Environment students, but students from all over. So even though we're not open to the public, we only open up a couple times a year to the public. Our doors are always open for professors and their students.
Oh, great.
It's really important to get them involved as much as possible in every capacity.
But we are going to be open to the public soon, correct? The Fossil Park is you're building a museum.
We are building a state-of-the-art museum like the United States has never seen.
Really?
So the only place where you can really go dig for fossils is in the Midwest, where my family is, and it's a 3-month waiting list, and it's very costly and very hard to get into. So this is the only place where you can visit a state-of-the-art museum that has this amazing narrative about not only what this world was like here in southern New Jersey 65 million years ago, but also focusing on climate change and where we are now and what we can do to make a difference. So right now we're looking at about 40,000 square feet. And we are so fortunate that 2 Rowan alumni, Gene and Rick Edelman, donated $25 million.
$25 million. That's excellent.
Oh my gosh, yeah. To build this visitor center. And then Rowan University matched it with another $25 million.
Oh my goodness.
So now we have $50 million that we are spending very carefully to create an experience like no one has ever seen. This will be one of the few places, actually the only place, where you can go dig for fossils, put your cell phone in your pocket, connect with nature, and you can keep what you find.
Can you?
You can keep what you find, unless it's significant. We can't send a student home with a 6-foot mosasaur skull. So in situations like that, we do take them for scientific research, but we will be focusing on the citizen science of our visitors and the students, and they will have their own display in a museum with the specimen that they found, and their name will always be attached to it. So they may not be able to take home the significant specimens, but it'll always be attached to them in that way. And we really look forward to, promoting them as citizen scientists.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
So what is your role in the development of the museum?
So we are a very small staff.
Okay.
Not including the director, we're a staff of 2.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Okay.
And so it's the 3 of us, along with our architects, Eniad, and our exhibit designers, Gallagher, really creating this, the visitor experience. What is it that we want to focus on? So we're, obviously want to focus on what life was like here, because it's exciting to know that we were under the water and the marine life that lived here. So that's something else to focus on. But, also we know what happened. There was a cataclysmic event 65 million years ago. An asteroid smacked off the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, created the Chicxulub crater. All that debris went up into the atmosphere and rained back down, and 76% of life as we know it was wiped out.
Oh, goodness.
That was the 5th extinction. We're in the middle of the 6th extinction right now as a result of our human involvement, us not taking care of our planet, our overconsumption, our lack of recycling. And so we want to, create that sense of awe and small, to really know our place in time, where we were and how we're going to end up unless we can create change. So we will, focus on that, that extinction, but that's also, we want to leave with the message of hope. So we will have a hall of hope as well, that our students and our public, visitors will be able to leave with that sense of hope and wanting to create change.
Interesting.
And we're going to do it in a way that's, we're going to do it in a way that, incorporates AR and VR experiences. Our exhibits will always be upgraded to keep them fresh. And a lot of young adults, when they visit a museum, they're kind of over the diorama dynamic of a museum. So we are incorporating technologies to keep everybody excited.
And they can actually get their hands dirty and be there in the ground.
Yeah, so not only can they experience a museum, but they can get their hands dirty and be there in the ground.
Wonderful.
And we invite Rowan students all the time, and it's a huge part of our narrative.
It's so exciting.
Yeah.
So groundbreaking starts next year.
It does. So we anticipate groundbreaking this time next year. Of course, anything can throw off the trajectory of building something this significant, but we are looking forward to groundbreaking this time next year.
And when do you expect to be open?
We are hoping to open our doors in the fall of 2022.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, we're really looking forward to that. So why Rowan?
Well, I have a lot of emotional attachment to Rowan, even though I was not a student here, unfortunately. My mother is an alumni here.
Oh, really?
Many family and friends that have gone here. And I live the next town over. And seeing what Rowan has done, where these students can get, a first-class education right here in southern New Jersey that's cost-effective. And what it's done for economic development is just phenomenal. And it just keeps growing and growing. And I'm so thrilled for these students and the experiences that they have. So when I became involved with the fossil park, Rowan did not own the property. So when they purchased the property, I wasn't apprehensive about the transition. I just didn't know what to expect.
Okay.
But once I had the opportunity to meet the School of Earth and Environment faculty and knowing how passionate they were about the success of their students and, promoting that drive, it was amazing. And it was something that I wanted to be a part of.
Yeah.
And the dean of the School of Earth and Environment, Dr. Kenneth Lacavera, he's also the director of Edelman Fossil Park. So it's really great that, we have that liaison there to tie it all into Rowan. And we work very closely with Advancement. They're huge supporters of ours. And you don't have to be a student of the School of Earth and Environment to take in what the fossil park has to offer. So we have students from engineering, from business, from the School of Medicine, from all over, so it really benefits everybody.
So when students come to the fossil park, what is the main takeaway that what experience do you want them to take with them?
I want them to really have that sense of wonder about their place in time and, what they can do to make a difference. So creating that sense of awe and small is something that is, really passionate to our narrative about this place, and for them to leave enlightened. And they do. It's hard to get people out of the quarry because it's a raw, authentic experience. And I have guests all the time that tell me, I'd rather go here than Disney World because it's authentic. I'm connecting with nature. You're getting out of the classroom. You're getting, away from the desk and the smart boards, and you have this hands-on experience that cannot be duplicated anywhere else, except behind the Lowe's in Mantua Township.
I'm so excited to see this develop. Thank you so much for coming to talk to us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. And we look forward to your visit too.
Sounds good. This has been Rowan Confidential.